Hi everyone, I'm Rachel.
I'm Justin.
And this is week 3 of level 3, Having More Fun. We talked about a couple of different things today that you can use as tips for sharing the space. So the topic of last week was owning your own space, and then this week we branched out to talk about sharing your space. What we meant by that was communicating ideas to your partner, listening to them, and then sort of trying to understand this concept where in a dance, even though one of us is a follower and one of us is a leader, we're sort of sharing the responsibility to lead and follow these different ideas that we have. So the first tool we used was sort of having a looser connection than some of us naturally have. So all that meant was relaxing our arms, not completely dropping them and disconnecting them from our body, but just trying to be as loose as possible, as relaxed.
And the exercise we did was just playing with, the first exercise to do was just playing with 6-count turns. So we did a regular 6-count turn that was very loose. And to demonstrate this to you on camera, if I were to let go, it feels exactly the same as if I'm not letting go. And then we said, well, followers, you can take that 6 counts and turn it into 8 counts. And this is something you've probably seen in other classes, but our perspective on it is that we don't want followers to take this like a steal, but we want it to be like a suggestion, a musical suggestion, a musical idea. So here's what it might look like. We'll do one regular basic, and then Rachel has some idea, and I might join in on the last 2 beats or not. So we did Susie Q's like that. We also did lowdowns. Sorry. And I might again join in on the last 8, something like that. So that was this first thing, and we said like we don't necessarily need you to dance with this light connection all the time, but we want to sort of expand your dynamic range and give you this new tool to work with, especially because it gives your partner space.
Cool. The next thing we talked about was this in the context of adding texture to a washing machine. So we all know the washing machine, kind of a boring move. You get stuck inside. So we decided we could liven it up by having ideas. So let's say I wanted to add in some triple steps, add some energy. Justin could switch to kicking or change and add levels. So there are so many different things that we could do to liven up our washing machine, just by changing one little thing about it and then noticing that that happened. So we have to look at our partner to know that things are changing. So that's something else we worked on. And then we talked about getting into and out of the washing machine.
We said in particular, like, we asked followers to play with adding this texture because sometimes, like, we don't want followers you to feel like you're put on the spot, but we also want you to feel like empowered to express your musical idea. Yeah. And then we said leaders, like, it's important, we think it's vastly superior to end the washing machine at like a musically relevant time, and then sort of get into something else.
Yeah. So a musically relevant time would be if we're in 8-count land. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So we can rock it up on a 1. That's what we're looking for. What else did we do? We talked about so now that we've got all these ideas for how to contribute to the dance, we talked about how to communicate clearly. And you can communicate most clearly if there's not a lot of noise in your dancing. So we did sort of a refocusing exercise where we talked about dancing just as lightly and as gushily as possible. So what we meant by that was just dancing comfortable, dancing to the rhythm, taking out any of these like special exciting flourishes. Some of us may have come like habitually accustomed to inserting into our dancing and trying to bring it down to base level so that when we had that idea, it was really clear to our partner and they could hear it. We did this specifically talking about breaks. So each phrase of an AABA typically has an AAAB structure. So we picked out some of those songs, practiced dancing really fluidly, comfortably to the A's. And then when that B happened, if one person had an idea for how they wanted to accent that, we both joined in.
And our suggestion to you, if you're feeling like this is challenging, is just keep it really simple. Like do a mess around or something. Like we think our theory is that if this feels hard, it may be because you're trying to do the jazz explosion and like hit every single beat possible in the break. But it can actually just feel really satisfying to do something simple and well.
Yeah. Great. I think that's it.
I guess that's it. Okay, yeah. We'll see you all next week.
Thank you. Thank you.